Hi everybody, welcome to today's sample listening class. I'm Alex from E2 Language. Nice to have you with me. Some of you are here on Zoom. I can see your greetings in the chat box. Some of you are watching on YouTube. Hello there. You can also use the chat box via YouTube, but I'm looking at the Zoom chat box. So next time, come and join us. Just register for free at e2language.com. We run this free class every Monday at the same time. And then 2 hours later, we have our new member welcome where I'll show you all around E2 Language as well. All right, who have we got here today? Rajesh, Ines, hello Sheptan, Diora, hi Stephanie, Kathleen, okay. Welcome. So for those of you who are brand new to E2, this class is called a sample class. And that means that it's a taste, it's a little bit of a real E2 live class. So our actual live classes are 1 hour to 1.5 hours. It depends on the skill. And we run them every day, 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a day, different time zones. They're always led by one of our E2 expert teachers. And they are pretty fun. But today, just a taste, and we're working on listening. So those of you on Zoom, just remember to check your chat box settings so that you can chat to everybody in the chat box. Thank you, Krithika, for that feedback about the grammar classes. And if you're on YouTube, just play nicely in the chat box over there. So we're doing the welcome at the moment. I'll talk about a listening overview. Quick practice. Today we're going to do 5 questions. Q&A at the end, 30 minutes. Thanks, guys. Oh, how's my sound? Is everyone okay? Let me see. All good. Sometimes if you have a tech problem, just leave Zoom and come back. That usually fixes it. Okay, those of you on YouTube, next time go to e2language.com, sign up for free. This class is free every week, and we usually have 1 or 2 more free ones. So this week we've got Wednesday's speaking class that's running for free as well. Okay, let's talk about IELTS listening. Now, let me just, there we go. Okay, you tell me, how many minutes is the test? How many questions? How many parts? Okay, very good. So it's around about 30 minutes. There are always 40 questions and there are always 4 parts in the listening test. Okay. How many times do you hear the audio? How many extra minutes in paper delivered and computer delivered? Yes, very good. First one's easy. You hear the audio once only, of course. And if you're taking the test on paper, you get an extra 10 minutes at the end. And that's because you transfer your answers from the question sheet where you're writing onto an answer sheet, and you need that 10 minutes. But on the computer, you guys know it here on Zoom, there's 2 minutes only. So 2 extra minutes at the end to transfer your, oh, sorry, you don't need to transfer your answers. So 2 minutes just to check your answers. So when you're doing it on the computer, you put your answers in as you go. Now, all caps is okay on paper delivered. IELTS official tells us to follow the rules in computer delivered, but actually it doesn't really matter. So if you want to do all capitals, you can, paper delivered and computer delivered. It's always better to follow the rules though. All right, usually when you're filling the gaps, by the way, you're filling like the middle of a sentence. So it makes sense that your word will be in small letters, but they're not counting that. Okay, part 1 is a conversation. How many people? Yeah, 2 people. Manoj is asking about special characters. Just ask me at the end, Manoj. We'll talk about that. Part 2 is always a talk with just 1 speaker. And then part 3 is a conversation, maximum 4 people, but I've never heard 4 people. 2 or 3 is generally what you'll get, 2 or 3 speakers. And then part 4 that everyone loves, it's 1 person and they are giving what kind of talk? Very good, Mehak. It is a lecture. Okay. Part 3 and 4 have something in common. So part 3 and 4 have the same context. That's right, it's academic. So it's always situated at university, a university setting. So part 3 will be university students and a tutor or a professor or a librarian. And part 4, always an academic lecture. This is how the scoring works. This is the conversion table. So the maximum points you can get is 40. And you can see down here, this is a rough estimate from IELTS of how many points equal each band. So if you are aiming for band 7, which is here, you need to get about 30 out of 40. Now these scores will go up and down depending on the particular test. So if it's a really difficult test, you don't need so many correct. If it's an easy test, you need more. However, as test takers, as teachers, we don't know that information. So this is the estimate of the scores you need. So 8.5, Yara, would probably be, between that. So probably 38 to 39 would be 8.5. Okay, so what's your goal? I imagine most people need about this. Oh no, okay, most people going up here 8s and 8.5s today, okay. Great, so of course you're always aiming for a band 9, right? All right, so we're going to work on one particular question type today. Just before that, I want to mention our special package at the moment, which is called the Showtime package. If you are preparing for the test and you have only 30 days or less, we have this new package available called Showtime package, and it contains a lot of time with the teacher. So you have a one-on-one planning session with one of our experts. You also get a 45-minute tutorial. You get this cool PDF planning your 30 days of study. You take the mock test, not mini for IELTS, full mock test, including writing and speaking feedback, unlimited live classes, heaps more. If you're on YouTube, you can just type in !Showtime and you'll get the link. People here on Zoom, I'll share the link with you at the end of the session. All right, so let's focus on what do you guys find the most difficult thing in IELTS listening? Let's see if we're sharing the same idea today. Oh, thanks, Mehak. Okay, part 3, part 4, and a few people said multiple choice and others maps. So today we are looking at maps. Okay, we're going to do 5 questions related to this map here. Okay. So this is what it looks like. And I'm going to show you the computer delivered layout. It's a bit different to the paper delivered layout. So you have a map like this. Notice that you've got some words here: Westgate, Pond, Northgate, Southgate. You've got a compass symbol here as well. Then we have instructions, of course. The instructions say questions 1 to 5, label the map opposite, choose the correct letter A to H next to questions 1 to 5. If you are on paper, if you're doing the paper delivered test, you'll have your questions like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just write the letter, so A or B or C, into the correct place. On the computer, you have a table like this. So this is question 1, information board. This is question 2, children's playground, dog zone, fitness area, fountain. And then we've got these letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. These are the letters in the box here: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. The question for you basically is, which letter is the information board? Where is the information board? Now, are the questions in order? Do you know? Yes, and that is really good news as a test taker. So you are going to hear number 1 first, and then number 2, then number 3, and so on. This is a real advantage. So you don't need to jump around. And also each question is independent. So if you miss question 1 and miss question 2, you can still get 3, 4, 5. And of course you would just guess. So if answer as many as you can, and then make a logical guess for the rest of them. Okay, this of course is usually in part 2 of IELTS listening. And before you listen, this is what I would recommend doing. First one is identify features. Okay, so when you look at this map, you should be in your head saying things out loud. If you're on the paper test, circling them. So we've got West Gate, North Gate, East Gate, South Gate. We've got our compass symbols here. There's a football field, tennis courts, a pond, and there are some paths, like a small path or a track here, a path from the west to the north, from the north to the south, through the middle. All of that, just say it kind of out loud in your mind. My cat is getting dangerously close to my messy desk here. Stay back. Okay, and as you're listening, you're going to be listening in a map like this. You have to be aware of compass directions, so north, south, east, west. Because they've given the compass, we should expect that. Some maps, there is no compass, so they won't say north, south, east, west. But this one, we should expect some compass directions. And also listen for directions on foot. Get off. Sorry, guys. Ugh, she's a big, dangerous cat, and there's a lot of things around. So listen for directions on foot, because the speaker might say, go in the south gate and then turn right in the middle. So you imagine that you're walking in the south gate or walking from the north gate. Keep both things in mind. So with that in mind, here are 3 questions for you. Just want you to read them and find the letter. Okay, find the relevant letter for all 3. All right, nicely done. Good job. I should mention, by the way, I just saw on YouTube one of the comments, sometimes the map is fill the gaps. So on the computer, sometimes you will have a list of places and you drag and drop them into the place. Other times you might physically have to write the word into the gap. Okay, but this is the most common way. Okay, so I think everyone's got the same answers. So which letter is to the northeast of the football field? Northeast is D. Second one, if you enter from the west gate, what letter is immediately, like directly to your right? That's E. And enter by the east gate, walk straight ahead. When you reach the tennis courts, this letter's on your right, it's C. Well done. So this is the type of language that we're going to hear. Walk in, go straight, it's on your left, it's on your right, it's to the northeast, to the southwest, and so on. Anyway, enough chat, let's do it. Question 1. Okay, so I'm only going to play the audio for question 1. I'm going to close the chat box. So here on Zoom, you won't see anybody else's answers. All right, so we are listening here for number 1. Where is the information board? Do you want to have a guess first? Where would you expect the information board to be in this park? Okay, so a few people saying here, A. Maybe F or G. Okay, right inside the gate. A few people saying E, just inside the west gate. Okay, let's find out. Okay, here we go.
The slide we're looking at now shows Foster Park as it looks today, with the changes that have been made. You'll notice too that a lot of the original facilities are still here, of course. We've kept all 4 gates, but we've moved the information board. It used to be next to the tennis courts, but you'll find it now immediately to your left when you enter at the south gate. Just like before, it has details about the park opening hours, local wildlife, and a little bit about the history of the area. A brand new addition.
Okay, that was it. All right, very good. I reckon 95% got this one correct here on Zoom. Well done. Okay, let's have a look at the script. So this is what she said. The slide we're looking at shows Foster Park as it looks today with the changes that have been made. So this park has had some changes, some renovations. You'll notice that a lot of the original facilities are still here. We've kept all 4 gates, but we've moved the information board. Look at this distractor. It used to be next to the tennis courts. That's a little trick, but you'll find it now immediately to your left when you enter the south gate, immediately to your left when you enter the south gate, which means F. So 1, F. If you're on the paper-based test, you'll just write F next to it. Well done. Easy? Let's keep going. Question 2. Okay, question 2 we'll do together, and then 3, 4, 5, I'll just throw it over to you. So now we are looking for the children's playground. Where is the children's playground? Okay, let's listen.
A brand new addition is the children's playground. If you enter by the west gate, keep walking past the path to your left, and it's just after the one to your right. Dogs are not permitted in that section, so children can play without any worries.
Okay. A couple of early answers there. I think I might play this one again and just give you a second chance. So most are correct, but let's just have a final go. So the answer comes pretty quickly, but be sure to listen to all of it. Okay, here we go.
A brand new addition is the children's playground. If you enter by the west gate, keep walking past the path to your left, and it's just after the one to your right. Dogs are not permitted in that section, so children can play without any worries.
Okay. Let's see the script for this one. It's a bit confusing. A brand new addition is the children's playground. If you enter by the west gate, so here, keep walking past the path to your left. Keep walking past the path to your left, and it's just after the path to your right. And dogs are not permitted in that section. So notice that reference here, the one, meaning path. So it is, most of you got it, B. So not A, walk past the path to your left. Okay, that one's a little bit trickier. So far, so good. Okay, let's do the rest of them. So now I'm going to play the whole audio from number 1. And there are 3 more questions coming up. So you need to find where's the dog zone, where's the fitness area, where's the fountain. Any questions before we go, or are you feeling good? All good? Okay. Let's do it.
The slide we're looking at now shows Foster Park as it looks today, with the changes that have been made. You'll notice too that a lot of the original facilities are still here, of course. We've kept all 4 gates, but we've moved the information board. It used to be next to the tennis courts, but you'll find it now immediately to your left when you enter at the south gate. Just like before, it has details about the park opening hours, local wildlife, and a little bit about the history of the area. A brand new addition is the children's playground. If you enter by the west gate, keep walking past the path to your left, and it's just after the one to your right. Dogs are not permitted in that section, so children can play without any worries. For you dog owners, never fear. We have allocated an off-leash dog zone. This is in a fenced-off area to the southwest of the football field, basically in the center of the park. You'll also find plastic bags there to clean up after your pet. The tennis courts are in the same spot as always, but you'll notice that we've moved the fitness area. This used to be just inside the south gate, but you'll now find it between the pond and the west gate. We think this is a much nicer spot to work out. One final thing I'd like to point out is the new fountain, a spectacular addition, I'm sure you'll agree. From the west gate, walk along until you reach the first path and turn left there to reach it. As always, the park is open to the public 7 days a week, and we are...
Okay, let's talk about your confidence level. How certain are you that you got these three correct? Give me from 0% to 100%. Yara is 100. Gabrielle is 100. Oh, everybody. I hope you're right. A few 80s in there. Okay. I don't have the script for this part, so are you happy to move on, or does anybody want to listen again? I'm going to take majority rules. Okay, let's check the answers, and then if you are shocked, we will listen again. Okay, so here we go. Dog zone. So where is it? Oh, sorry, I'll open the chat box now. Thank you. Thanks, Prashant. Okay, where's the dog zone? That was question 3. Oh, very good. Southwest of the football field. Southwest of the football field, which is C here. So southwest of the football field, basically in the middle of the park. Well done. Okay, the fitness area, where is it? Now the fitness area got moved. Okay, so it was between something and something. Very good. Chetan, between the west gate and the pond. That's right. So it's E. And the last one, the fountain. Where is the fountain? Very good. A. Over here. So go in the west gate, first left at the end. All right, how did we go? 100%. Well done. Lots of correct answers. Okay, a few of you missed number 3. I saw that. That's okay. All right, well, the good news is on Friday, in Friday's listening class, you'll practice with another map and just refine your skills a little bit. Okay, but generally speaking, when dealing with maps, I think the preparation is key. So if you are not paying attention to where things are before the audio starts, then it becomes really difficult, because when the speaker says something like tennis courts or East Gate, if you lose like 2 seconds looking for it, that can be really disastrous. So before you listen, dedicate some time, even though it seems really simple, like saying West Gate, North Gate, tennis courts, try to say it out loud in your mind. That will really help you. So Friday's class is, for me, for my time, it's 8 p.m. Melbourne time, but when you log into your platform, it will be in your local time. So for more listening help, this is where to look. So when you log in at e2language.com, you'll see the calendar in front of you with all of the live classes available. So on Friday, that's when we have our listening session with wonderful Graham. And you can also watch recent recorded classes here in the recorded class button. This is only available if you have a paid package, any paid package, like the Showtime package, Express package, Gold package, anything like that. You get access to all the live classes and all the recorded classes. So Friday, for me, 8 p.m. Melbourne time, just check your local time on your dashboard. You'll practice maps again. So the time in Melbourne now is almost 2:30, Avani. Okay, also there are course materials. When you go into your academic or general course, there's a whole section on listening that you can practice with. And in the practice test section, there are 4 tests and they are in computer delivered format. So if you are getting ready for the computer test and you're worried about doing listening on the computer, go to your course, go to practice tests, go to listening, and you can do all 4 there. Live classes on Fridays. And another good thing to do is listen to our podcast. So there's a couple of good podcast episodes. The second last one was Dr. Anna and me talking about task 2. Episode 3 is a great one with Jay and some IELTS people. So look for that wherever you get your podcasts, and it's also on our YouTube channel. And that is the end of our super quick map exploration. For those of you here on Zoom, I'm going to share with you the link. Let me just jump ahead here. I'm just going to share with you the link to the Showtime package. And those of you on Zoom, if you want to go straight to the link to see what's included in this package, just type !Showtime into the box. Those of you here on Zoom, I've just pasted it into the chat box for you to have a look at. So if you're keen to upgrade and you want tutorials and want to do the mock test, this is a really good value package for you. And I'll also show you one more time the calendar. So this is the week's live classes coming in November. We've changed a couple of times, so have a look. The grammar class, Grammar for IELTS, is changing time from next week. And we have a speaking and a writing class for our people in different time zones. Everything else, you can see the time zone in your E2 language calendar. Thank you for watching those on YouTube. I'm going to stop the stream now. So next time I'll see you here on e2language.com. If you are on Zoom, I will just stay online and answer a few questions. And if you want help with IELTS or help finding your resources on E2 language, coming up in 1 hour and 30 minutes, we have our free new member welcome. So in that session, I'll tell you about everything we do at E2 language and answer your questions there as well.